Welcome back, everybody, here to your coverage of the ESL 1 New York qualifiers for the North American division, who will advance through to the quarterfinals. Only one more team can join our already highly seeded teams in the single elimination playoff bracket that we are running. For the details of that, go to joindota.com. It's the one website you want to go for everything that is Dota 2. It's no self-shameless plug. It's actual fact. It's wonderful. We have a great news team doing awesome work, and a wonderful database crew that also do fantastic things. Let's get into the game as we are here for our final game of the night on the ESL stream. No pro players to stream in this one. It's just you, me, and Ryu. Welcome back, man.
Oh, that anti-mage first pick!
Anti-maga. Anti-maga.
Oh, anti-for-intelligent hero gaming.
You don't first pick anti-intelligent gaming when there's no intel already picked up. It's literally stupid because it's a lack of intelligence.
Man, that is well, to be fair, Cloud9 almost picks up anti-mage first every game though, because they're really good with it. That's their playstyle. Yep. They just give so much space to Ritsu, and he's just like, he's gonna carry us late game.
Radiant team pick.
But picking it up first here for Team Imagine, we'll see if he can replicate some of the greater carry players.
Game's over. Imagine won.
Radiant team ban.
Storm Spirit.
They picked Storm Spirit. Game is good. Game is over. Someone will buy him dust. I'll deal with the bounty hunter. Queen of Pain will never gain any momentum because Storm Spirit will kill him. And he'll make all the space in the world for the anti-mage, just like Plan B. If Storm fails. Game was good. Thanks for watching, everyone.
I've seen this happen though before. A lot of the times when you have Bounty Hunter, Queen of Pain pickups, they completely annihilate the Storm mid. Like he's just like
because
0-3.
like the bounty rotation in before he hits level 6. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh yeah. That's could be a lot of pressure. Queen of Pain already wins this matchup pretty handily, but having the fear of Bounty Hunter, it's a really greedy pick here. It's a really greedy pick.
Alright, so what do you even ban now if you're Boreal? Like you're taking it a dazzle.
Radiant team ban.
But that's kind of not what I'm thinking of if I'm Team Imagine. I'm thinking about heroes which could be more active in the lane, because Storm Spirit and Anime shouldn't really give you that. You talk about the Bounty Hunter pick. I almost want to suggest an Earthshaker, but at the same time, I really don't want to suggest an Earthshaker.
That's so greedy from Team Imagine, I feel.
Yeah.
Like, Boreal could just, snowball off the early game, and Bounty Hunter will get fast level 6, fast Arcane Boots, Queen of Pain as well, could get a fast Orchid, shut down almost all the heroes.
Yeah.
So
you need more active supports in the early game. Like
yeah,
that's what we're looking at.
They need maybe like a Rubik plus... Which Doctor's not...
10 seconds remaining.
Some kind of reliable lockdown. Let's see.
5 seconds remaining.
I should know more support heroes.
Are you bringing up your list of like heroes
Reserve
now?
time.
So you can pick through that?
Yeah. It's going to have to do it.
What would you really have that could do that? Like, you can't bring back the days of the Vengeful Spirit. Like, her rotation used to be wonderful. They should ban out the clockwork, so Boreal is starting to look more towards initiation of Team Imagine. That's if the Storm Spirit can't do it by himself. And the clock and the Storm work so well together. Like, that hookshot in Storm Spirit can always keep up, no matter how far that hookshot is. VG Gaming, before, like, Ice joined them, like, back in the initial form days of VG Gaming, they used to run that one all the time. With Super and... who was their offlaner then? Super was the Storm and offlaner was...
5 seconds remaining.
Spirit Breaker.
It's not coming to mind. Oh, that's really annoying.
Team pick.
I can only really remember Ice, but I can't remember for him.
But yeah, he wasn't in the team in the age I'm talking about. Like, I'm talking like EMS Poland when they came.
That's so long.
and they destroyed... Like, that was when Alliance was on full tilt. And then that was when Loda publicly came out and said, we're playing too many games, we're always traveling, we never have time to practice and develop as a team. Because they just kept losing everything after TI. And that was also
5
when
seconds
Fnatic were playing
remaining.
really well. And VG Gaming made them look like they didn't even know the game.
Reserve time.
Ouch.
I think they had Navi also at that event, who got crushed. The Serbians were there. With
Dire team
Victor.
pick.
Other people may know him as Bucktop, because that's how his name was written in game, but it's actually pronounced Victor.
Who's he playing for now?
He doesn't play for anyone. He works as a personal trainer.
Oh.
I haven't seen him play for anyone. There was a couple of problems with him in a couple of teams, aka he got kicked a couple of times
10
and it didn't
seconds
end
remaining.
prettily. So he's having trouble, I think, finding some other people to play
5
with,
seconds remaining.
or he just gave up on it. But yeah, he has a Facebook page.
Reserve
He's
time.
Victor, the personal trainer. And you can hire him if you want to, if you're living in. I think he lives in
Radiant
Serbia. Serbia he lives?
Alright,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
make sure I go visit him.
I'm fairly certain it's Serbia. And personal
If I go
trainer.
visit him, am I gonna get beat up? Is he a bouncer?
He,
Sounds like a bouncer.
he could easily work as a bouncer. Yeah.
I remember you talking about Victor too.
Yeah,
Like, you saying how huge he was.
Yeah.
You've mentioned this before.
10
Yeah.
seconds
It probably
remaining.
came along with a couple of other stories, which we probably shouldn't say on live stream.
5 seconds remaining.
He's a fun guy. He's a fun guy.
Reserve time.
I don't sign many hairy chests, and his to this day is the only one I have signed. Cinderin signed his belly.
Oh, well, I want to know who went further.
I did not go further down.
I mean,
I don't believe anyone else went further down
I think
apart
it's
from his
Cap.
girlfriend.
Is the Cap the only?
Cap
Right.
wasn't casting back then.
No.
That was before Cap was casting. That was back when Kawa was actually casting and was part of ESL. A name which a lot of people may not remember until he actually joined up with BTS and did all their video production and so on and so forth. And then he left them and is now working at ESL America, I believe. Yeah. He was working with one of the TV groups over there for a while.
History is always fun with Dobie. We get it every day.
What, story time?
Yeah,
Oh, it's
every
just-
day is story time with Toby.
It's just keeping tabs, and it's actually kind of funny,
10
but
seconds
casting
remaining.
less for me is better
Dire team
because I
ban.
come in with a fresher mind. So I'm actually remembering a lot more about like what I know than what I would normally do when I keep casting over and over and over again. And I can feel like I can focus
10
my mind a lot
seconds
more when we do these
remaining.
games. Which we should
Yep.
probably focus on now because we're almost at the end of our draft. So
Radiant team ban.
Team Imagine have the lockdown control. They did actually go for the Earthshaker I was talking about. I still kind of feel this is just so they feel like they got early lane presence.
I
But
feel like Boreal is just gonna take a huge dump on them in the early stage.
it
Like,
looks like it. Like
seconds
you've got the
remaining.
Mad Cow with an iron shell on him and a bounty hunter to help set up for all the charges too.
Dire team
It looks
pick.
impossible for him. Like imagine that is. Like Boreal's has got so many things that work so simply. And that like they're very simple to execute things. Like the most complicated thing they have is hitting Sonic Wave.
They should just pick Gyro. Honestly, this last hero should be Gyro,
But he didn't
and
get
they
banned.
put it against put a solo against the Earthshaker, and he will completely wreck him. And then they just go dual lane off lane, dual lane mid, and they will completely
seconds
crush all
remaining.
3 lanes. Okay, well,
Slack works as well.
yeah, this
Radiant
works as
team.
well.
Slack's actually got better kill potential and even more early game pressure from Boreal, so that they can actually run I actually looked to see the bounty hunter roaming around, run the Dark Seer and Spirit Breaker on bottom lane to make sure the anti-mage gets zoned out of the lane, and then let Slack just do his thing up against the Earthshaker on top, as if that's a core Earthshaker. If I saw that Slack being picked up, I'd try and find another core for offlane.
10 seconds.
then
At this
that's-
point, Team Imagine, they have to dodge. They have to put
5
the anti-mage
seconds
top.
remaining.
The Lion has to roam or something.
But-
I don't
but
know
how-
if they
how
can
do you-
even contest.
Okay.
All right, that's a better answer. You put Axe bottom, and then you go tri-lane top or something. Try to shut down the Slark. That's the only thing they can do.
even that's not a terrific option. Because you're still, like, even when you try and lane swap like that, the Spirit Breaker's got charge. He's gonna move. And the Bounty Hunter is always roaming as well. So I'm not so sure this can work. And the Spirit Breaker could also just get completely overconfident. Just level up. No.
Level bash first.
Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking. Just give him an Iron Shell, a Stout Shield, a couple of Gauntlets, and some small amount of regen, and level up Bash. And he'll just run into the axe as if Imagine do go for the dodge.
5 seconds.
You'd actually zone out the axe, and you'd know you'd hit level 2 fairly early anyway, because you'd be inside the lane for most of it. So what do we
Good thing
get?
is Axe versus Slark. It's really good for Axe. Like, if they do it. The problem is, what are they going to do? Because Axe should stomp the Slark, but Queen of Pain and Bounty Hunter should win mid against the Storm, and Bounty can still, can go anywhere he wants. So essentially, he can help bottom lane. He can have Iron Shell on himself. He can have like 2 Orb of Venoms on one on Bounty and then one later on the Spirit Breaker. Everyone's just slowed for days. This is gonna be a fun one.
It's definitely gonna be action packed. So stay with the live stream on. Don't go anywhere. This is going to be our final game of the night to decide who will advance themselves through into the next part of the ESL 1 New York bracket. I'm also back tomorrow night doing more North American Dota. Same time, same channel, 22 CEST start time. I would say what it is in PST, but unfortunately I don't know off the top of my head. As Lion now going to get charged, and he actually gets stunned to start with. Gets himself a double stun, but that's not going to save him. The attack from the Bounty Hunter will be enough to ensure the kill. And this is meant to be the safe try lane. And as we mentioned previously, it's not safe with the line that the Boreal have picked up.
That was really slow reaction time coming in from Lion. I don't know if it's getting late or something, or what. And he could have still leveled Hex and probably been faster just turning around and hexing Spirit Breaker, and he wouldn't have died. So it's maybe not paying attention right now. That's all I can think of.
Either way, Boreal's off to a good start. Tomorrow night, by the way, if you are tuning in, we're starting with Cloud9 versus DC. Now that game also happened earlier tonight, but this is their ESL qualifier match, so heavy pressure coming in tomorrow night, and then we'll finish with Fire versus Root. And I'll be streaming those games tomorrow night with PPD. He's agreed to cast with me, so I'm like, awesome, sick.
Nice. PPD. Probably tune in.
He'll
see what he has to say.
He'll also do the grand finals for New York as well, for American Division 2, which will be on Thursday night, I believe. Alright, here they come again. Sentry for Sentry. Well, that actually helps out Chibi because his regeneration is enough to deal with the Shadow Strike, but it's still a Sentry for a Sentry. There's now the stun on bottom lane. Jeppens surges himself away. There's obviously the stun's already been used, and there's no mana for a fissure, so Darkseer is away to safety. And he's actually got help coming down. The bounty will come down to see if he can, like, you could still go for the Invis Iron Shell burn. That's one option.
Oh, top pounce. He bounces on the stacks, double spin. This is crazy.
Spirit Breaker still got charged though. This should be the death of Jenkins. Spirit Breaker's going to charge through to get the stun, and Slang's had enough time to heal up. Jenkins going to walk back up again. He's still got a decent creep wave of his own, but just slowly bringing down the Spirit Breaker, who needs level 2. So he's got Bash, the spins. Jenkins doing the work. He needs more luck. Where's an RNG? No longer existing. Spirit Breaker will kill him. Now he finally has level 2. And the second kill for Boreal.
It was just a little bit too manly there, Mr. Axe. Not getting enough spins to bottom lane though. So much pressure being put on Iron Shield Bounty Hunter.
They blew the dust. And with a Shuriken toss, okay, they're going to force the blink away. Because the mini-sum actually bought time for Jeppens to walk in close.
Mid lane Shibi's really low too. Needs to be careful. He's going to be able to salve up though right now. So should be okay. There is a haste rune top. So if Pizza Dad can find that out, maybe he could rotate up in top lane, and that could be a free kill for Axe. Or if he gets a rotation over, could be the death of Storm, as he did just get his bottle.
I know. It's the Axe who's spinning like non-stop on top. He's actually forced the Spirit Breaker to go all the way back to base. As, But Jeplin's getting a little bit close, so it's the Bounty Hunter who's waiting in mid lane to pick up that bottle. When he gets ferried out. And it's coming now. It's Walking Courier. And we're 3 minutes in here, it's still Walking Courier. And Storm is backing up to pick up the bottle. And Bounty Hunter knows he can't go any further than this. So the bottle will get transferred. And it'll be safe. But doesn't this kind of, reflect as well the amount of money that's on these supports? The fact that Newsham is not... Okay, now he's finally bought the Flying Courier. He's had the money for a while. He could have saved a little bit more time of the Storm by making it fly earlier.
What's really worrying is that Flying Zebra is only level... Never mind, it's only level 2 now, but still, they didn't get any free kills because of that. Earthshaker took a lot of EXP too, so Anti-Mage is going to be hurting here, and they need to cool a little bit more. Really need to let Anti-Mage get up to level 6 for the Mana Void. That's when you can start pressuring the Darkseer out mid lane.
Not having a crack, are they? Well, they gave it a shot, but it's not enough. Bounty is really, really low. 31 life on him. The charge is coming in towards Shibby, and there's a haster, and the Queen of Pain can just run him with it. So, hasted him, get the scream off, attack in. Be careful about that stun coming out from Flying Zebra. And PQ is actually dead to this creep wave if he's not too careful. He's going to get up on the high ground and try and lose the aggro, while Flying Zebra will die. That hasted Queen of Pain. Pizza Dad doing a lot of work. I'm sorry, Axe is more of a man than that bloody fish.
Yeah, he called. It was really weird. He called before the creep wave had got there. Confusing to me.
No extra spins. But Sly's going to love this. This creep wave's going to come in, and he's going to hit level 6. So then he's got all the regeneration in the world just to pull back and harass in to into the Axe and just regenerate up. So Spirit Breaker comes closer. He's charging a long way from base, and the Iron Shell damage is enough to get this kill. I think the Earthshaker knew it, especially with Shuriken Toss. He actually went for a level 2 Shuriken Toss as opposed to getting Janata.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah. Like, normally you look for the slow. It worked in this case because the burst damage still did the work. But Janata would have bought them more time to do work as well because it's obviously a slow and extra damage. And they actually find themselves to stack too. So Bounty gets power leveled up. Darkseer now has level 3 Iron Shells. He's also got almost 1,000 gold. He could go to Arcane Boots as opposed to going Soul Ring, but he's got a Soul Ring recipe, so it doesn't make sense to do that. And he's going to go all the way back to base and just pick up Tranquil Soul or whatever.
Top lane, charge onto your Axe.
That means they can get the leash off. Well, actually, let's let PQ do it. 17%. Does the initial bit of work, and leash gets blocked up by the creep wave. Derek waited too long before he attacked. Now the Fissure, they can turn, goes for the call a little bit too early, and that's why he pulled out of it at the last moment. The stun actually cancelling the charge in, but Queen of Pain's arrived. There's no ultimate, another thing which is unusual. They still find the pick-off, however, with no denial. But it's so rare to see a Queen of Pain skipping that ultimate, especially considering that's pure damage.
Yep, I don't agree with skipping the ultimate. Pure damage just makes it so you never go for this. And maybe Storm had level 6, but still, you could just have a Spirit Breaker charge in, and then you can always use your ulti as long as you can catch out the Storm. And I don't know, it's really weird. Nice dodge there by Shibby though.
Shibby's a little bit careful though. This Bounty Hunter's like floating around behind him. Pizza Dad's not too healthy. He's switching around so he can go for the Sonic Wave. Almost blocking himself up, actually blinks to the high ground. He doesn't have a rune that he can just refill on. Not unless someone's ready to come into the mid lane. As, again, the Bounty Hunter is looking for the pick.
Oh, bottom lane. This is a man fight. Easy Mana Void.
Oh, there's still Iron Shell damage. It's ticking.
What? He clicked.
Jeppins is alive. And Chi-Chi, he's run the wrong way. The Iron Shell's almost killed him. Slark for the pounce down. The Dark Pact is going to be in range. Yes, it will. The Slark will find the pick. The Lion also died in the mid lane to the Queen of Pain. Oh, this is all going so horribly for Imagine.
This has to be the greediest draft I've ever seen, besides maybe the Axe pick.
Top tower is under attack.
Oh my, they're just getting punished so heavily. Their supports are so low level. I'm really surprised Earthshaker is level 5 though. That is some good rotation. Maybe, who did they get the kill on?
The Earthshaker? No, they got a kill on line in the mid,
Slark.
and they got a kill on the Animage on the bottom.
They got a kill on Slark somewhere, and that's why I think Earthshaker's level
Radiant's
5.
bottom tower is under attack.
Axe killed off the Slark before that last fight happened in the mid and the bottom. They're gonna smoke and move. This is still a level 3 Lion. Good luck, boys. And you're smoking? Do they have detection? Like they got dust. So if it does break, they'll just trigger the dust.
They're so far behind they can't even go to their own jungle to farm. They just feel so pressured to do something right now.
But all this rotation doesn't help them at all. Like Slark's farming up bottom lane as well as taking out the Radiant jungle. The Darkseer rides back, so he's fine to do his thing, working in towards that mech of his. And the Spirit Breaker's being a little bit more defensive on top lane. He'll end up denying up this tier 1. Gotta be careful of the timing, however, as the new creep wave is going to arrive. And she doesn't want to get rid of this tower yet, because it's still a good TP position. And they've got fortification available.
Bottom lane,
So
TP out.
okay, they are very deep. Okay,
Oh,
no
shot.
Queen of Pain Blink right on top of the Animage. The charge is coming in, so they keep the vision. The Sonic Wave and more damage not available. The pounce down, but this now means the Storm Spirit can run away. That's what he can do.
Drek there waited a long time to use pounce and stuff. He was just like, I don't know if he didn't have the correct line or vision, but if he had immediately pounced over and then top lane.
It knocks out the Earthshaker. He goes for the Fisher and catches that too. Now Axe comes in for the call, but he misses it. It'll only give him the plus 44 armors for a short period of time. Now the Earthshaker, where's 17? Doesn't even
nice.
need it. He has more than enough damage to finish the job. Jenkins unable to get any of these spins off either. Primarily because they're not attacking into him as, okay, Bounty Hunter, where the hell are you going? Storm Spirit's going to kill him. And Queen of Pain's on the run. The Animage just blink off cooldown in 1 second time. And while Queen of Pain needs another 2 seconds, and AM gives up the chase. He had Mana Void available too. But he didn't want to keep
He was afraid
going.
of the 5 magic wand charges. I don't think it would have been enough to kill him. He had strength tread, so he probably had about 600 HP. It would have probably only done 400. Level 1 Mana Void is not that big of a deal. Normally level 2 is when it starts getting really potent.
In this game, what do you want to see coming in for the Slark? Apart from life to get away from this Axe, he's got himself 1200 gold right now. Is this the Shadowblade game, or is this when you need to have some more life maneuverability, go S and Y? Or do you even consider going something like a BKB, considering the disables which are available and that mana burn problem? Flying Zebra just burns.
Jeez.
He took maybe a second worth of burn time from the Iron Shell, then got Janarded and Shuriken tossed down.
He's 0-5. Oh, poor guy.
It's like the Skywrath Mage we had earlier today. You just know it's bad for you.
You just can't go anywhere.
And now his Animage's turn. He's burning, he's getting charged, and he's like, okay, this is just crap.
Well, to go back onto your Slark point, you always want to go for some kind of initiate. Either Blink or Shadowblade. I don't think Blink is going to offer you that much this game. It hasn't really offered that much ever since Shadowblade can always help you farm faster. Blink doesn't offer that at all. And Shadowblade allows you sometimes escape ganks too. Like you can, whereas Blink, if you get hit, then you can't. But you can always get out sometimes with Blink Dagger. But needless to say, you just go for this Shadowblade and then these Sange and Yasha. I don't think you really need the BKB considering how well your team is doing. Like, it'll help you, but you can always rely on your Dark Pack and your ulti to get you out of sticky situations, I think.
Not bad for missing it, but Queen of Pain ended up dying in the mid. A much needed kill for the Storm Spirit as well. That allows him to secure the haste rune on the top river. I'm still seeing a Spirit Breaker up at level 6 and a Darkseer who's got a lot of farm, a full completed mech. So Boreal's team fight is really, really good. Chibi could initiate in, but like what helped him in that last fight was...
Jenkins can. Jenkins just got his Blink Dagger. This is their only hope right now. Is your Axe. He's your playmaker. It's like that Clockwork game, remember? Now it's all on him this Axe game to make the plays, else they're just going to lose.
Can he not have the pressure? Especially not being watched while he's got this pressure. This Observer Ward scattered the movement to the top lane. So Derek just backs up, and the rest of Boreal now have the choice. They either push the tier 1 tower, which the Creep Wave is doing by itself at the moment, or they fight top. So they fight top. That's the choice. They don't have vision, however, going down far enough, so they kind of need that track to kick in. And now they can get it. USAM's out a little bit too fast. They surge in. There's your tracks. They'll keep the perfect vision over on this Earthshaker. It's a good double fissure, however. And now Storm Spirit's also going to arrive. The Echo Slam doing some earlier damage. The Bounty Hunter getting Culling Bladed down. But it's a Spirit Breaker charging after the Bounty kill. Able to find it, but it's also a Haste Ruined Storm Spirit with a couple of bottle charges up your sleeve. They break through the next Remnant. And Boreal's going to retreat back out. It was still a track kill for a normal kill, so that's not too shabby.
I mean, can even the Lion or the AM really help them in this situation? They can't even TP. It feels like they're not going to do anything.
They'll actually just end up being food, because you've still got Sonic Wave available for the Queen of Pain. And with the Iron Shell burn damage, the Spirit Breaker's just got to charge them once. And if they don't connect on their stuns, then, yeah, they're going to lose. I should go for a big, heavy team fight. Slark isn't actually going for the Shadow Blade. He built drums instead. So it's going for a very early game fight style build.
Yeah. I guess he just wants to survive the tankability of the Axe, the initial call, and give him a little bit of that threshold. Well, they just found the ward behind the tower, but it was about to expire anyways. So.
Bounty just found himself a huge stack, and now with the track shuriken toss, got to turn for the stun, but this will allow for one last attack. Jenkins goes for the call, as well as the dust. This means now a secondary track. The Battle Hunger will go, and, well, it looks like Lionel is going to go down, as he'll get dunked by the Axe. He still revealed the fact there was a triple stack. But what are you going to do? Like, you got to commit to kill. If you triple stack and you lose your tier 1 tower on top lane because of this. This is
nice
just
space.
the decision made by Imagine. In fact, now they should go for bottom lane. Blink away. PG's going to pull out of it.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Looking at our Animage, he's 1,400 gold away from his Battle Fury. I was going to say he's kind of dirt poor, but this is what you should be expecting. He's caught up kind of nicely. He's only 0-1, and the amount of pressure that they've been applying with Bounty Hunter, Darkseer, looking at top, and the Spirit Breaker is just... It's really a testament to how well he's been playing to not die only one time.
Bounty's on the hover. They can perfectly see the Storm Spirit. The pounce down from Derek is pretty well off target. But with the Bounty Hunter moving in behind, they're going to walk into Axe. If you go for a blind call, he might do it right now. They're in pretty close. There's that Shuriken Toss bouncing around. USAM on the run here, and Storm Spirit wants to come in with a double stun from Lion. They dunk on one. They're looking for a secondary dunk with the arrival of the Slark. They want to escape, but Slark completely misses the pounce. They're still going to kill a flying Zebra, and they want to get that killer move into the Nether Bash. USAM being tracked up. They still have that extra vision. The Iron Shell's also got half his duration left, and he has to try and turn, but not enough life to do so up against that Storm Spirit. So it ends up being a 2-for-1 trade-off. But we have to remember that gold advantage is still kicking in with the track. It's not much, but it's still something.
Yeah, it's there, but they keep on dying, the Bounty Hunter. He keeps on going in deep, trying to establish vision with tracks, but kind of overstays his welcome now. That's twice. One, he was getting a ward set up and scouting out the triple stack, which they still haven't addressed. It's kind of weird. Oh, nice artifact. Yep,
perfect timing for it. The wall from Japan's trying to make it a little bit more chaos, but they're just diving in deeper. There's the dunk over on Drek. Shibby is getting Nether Striked up, but he's fine with it until the Sonic Wave will arrive. They get the Orchid over on Axe as well. Put a fresh Iron Shell on Queen of Pain. He doesn't want to really walk in melee range on Jenkins. That's why he does the kill from range. The Mana Void. They still have the vision because of the Sentry Ward. That's why Slark's dead right now. The Echo Slam can't control enough to charge him from PQ. Gives a triple kill to Pizza Dad. He'll take the mid tower as well. Queen of Pain is now Scrooge McDuck rolling in the coins.
Oh man, what a great Sonic Wave there at the end. Oh, or at the beginning there. Great play from Boreal just coming in towards the end. Are they going to address this stack? No, they're not.
They really
They have vision.
They can still see it. It's like they're waiting for a matcher to come up and take it before they do something about it. But that also doesn't make any sense. Like, you can just Iron Shell. Like, you have Darkseer. He is brilliant at this kind of stuff. Unless they wait for the perfect time to just get kills. That's the only other situation I'd feel the advantage of leaving it there. So Lion's going to come over, and he's in time to stack it again. This anti-mage, it's almost Battle Fury time. He's 100 gold away from Battle Fury. And they actually missed the stack, so it's not the right timing for it. But it's definitely flagging to Boreal. They should do something about this. They're coming over. They've got no Sonic Wave. So they're going to Fissure, Remnant, and the stack is gone before Boreal can do anything about it. Okay, that doesn't really work at all. Okay, yeah, plan is questionable.
I don't understand. They have vision of it for...
Oh, they got the dust. Catching out the Bounty Hunter. Storm Spirit will jump in. The Remnant gives them the vision over the tree line. They just go in deeper. Storm Spirit takes the kill before the Axe Culling Blade can connect. And what do you really get for that? A deep Observer Ward. That's all they really gain from that. And you may even be losing one of your other Observer Wards. As if Zebra drops the Sentry now. Which he does. So yeah, they lose the Obs.
This is looking really good for Imagine coming back into this game. It seems like Boreal are just giving them a little bit of too much space, and then when they try to go for kind of cute plays and tracks or wards, well, Jenkins is like...
It's pretty low.
Tanking so much. Tanked like 2 Ion Shells.
SB actually started the charge, but the second that Fissure came in, they bailed the hell out. I still also find it amusing that these Sentry wards haven't scouted out either of the Dire Observers. And in fact, now they drop a Sentry of their own. That Sentry's got 0 seconds left on it. He doesn't have time, Lionel, to finish it off.
Well, this is still good timing for Queen of Pain, though. Like, with all those kills, she's 8-1 now. Has a huge impact on this game. She has the Orchid first, so I don't even think Anti-Mage can go for the Vlad's first. He might have to go for the Manta style, or he could just be free food for this Quap. We'll have to see how much pressure she can put on.
Well, for now, she's just pressuring the bottom lane while the Anti-Mage can farm up the top. Nice little double damage room for the Storm Spirit to find on top river. And they finally have a Sentry ward in range of the Obs. The problem is they've got no vision on the cliffside. And there's an Obs ward in the Lion, but I doubt he wants to put down a defensive Observer ward in that position. So just allow the Storm Spirit to jump up there with his freshly now completed Orchid and take out the Obs.
Speaking of freshly completed stuff, we got Slark picking up that Shadow Blade. Maybe he can get in and out like this Bounty Hunter, and this Bounty Hunter has been level 6 for 10 minutes now. He's essentially just keeps dying before he can get more tracks off. Sure, they've gotten one top lane, jeez.
Yeah, that was quick.
He has Guardian Griefs too for the Orchid, but he didn't get it off in time. I guess he was just farming too low HP, or the double damage rune probably was enough.
Potentially all of the above. Jenkins going to blink himself up. He's got 4 stuff to get back down again. But they get rid of the vision now for Boreal. And a fight without the Darkseer is a little crazy considering how much damage he provides in the engagements. And Bounty! Lionel walking in too close, and in fact, even the Queen of Pain, they've got the Culling Blade advantage. That high movement speed, and Storm Spirit's going to jump, follows into the Orchid, and this Queen of Pain is dead. Too early on the dunk, and we put on a cooldown. But you still manage to find 2 kills. You lose your Lion for it, and with Echo Slam control, that Shadow Dance is there. Slark just wants to TP out. Unfortunately for him, Call was available. And Derek, I'm sorry, man, but you are dead.
This is... I don't even know what's going on. This was like... Oh, this is reminding of the games yesterday where you're so far ahead, all you have to do is just group up as a team, go down a lane, and you can get kills on anybody you want. Anybody you want. You have mech advantage, you have track vision advantage, and they're just like blowing it right now.
Mm-hmm. They really are. Like this advantage of 7,000 net worth is now reduced to a measly 3,500, and the experience from 4K to almost 0. And Handy Mage with a very bright future.
Like 5K advantage at 10 minutes in the game is huge. Yeah, alright,
Radiant's
well.
bottom tower is under attack.
We're just gonna let the Spirit Breaker be picked off this time.
He went for a point-blank range charge, and now, while the Sonic Wave is nice, Jenkins still survives. The Orchid popped. Okay, no, he won't. So, SB for the axe. Quap's still fine with that. She gets 9-2 now. And it finishes up her Aghanim Scepter because of that kill.
Come on, Pizza Dad, you can carry this game. Even though your team's making it really hard.
I wonder if he's actually 37 years old.
I don't know.
Like, is he actually a dad? Or is he, like, mocking his own father by having such a name? It's like, my father never cooked us meals, he just ordered us pizza. It was a great childhood. Ugh.
You should ask him. Time to message him. All chat. Hey.
Yo, pizza dad. Give source of name. Are you... Is it just the fact that you want people at, like, TI6 to be sitting there going, Pizza! Pizza!
Radiant's
Pizza!
bottom tower is
Pizza!
under attack.
That's something I miss. I miss eating pizza. Should go get some. Haven't had it in a while.
Why did they just... Boreal, why did you just do this? Why did you just do this? This right here. This right here. Observer ward gone. The bounty hunter was attacked as he walked through this line. This is where he was attacked. So
They have Slark
you would
too
assume
to
that
clear
the
out
sentry ward
wards.
would be right here. This is where your sentry ward would like a very high percentage chance be. And they put an observer ward right on top of it. And the obs and sentries are still watching here. So Slark should be regenerating really quickly right now, but he's not. So they definitely know there's knobs there. Right, they got a medallion and they're going to go in for Roshan. When you're behind, grab yourself an advantage. In this case, it's going to be Roshan.
Why did he go medallion on Slark? This is... Alright.
Maybe he just wants a Solar Crest. He's thinking it the same way you're thinking for Clinks. He just... No, I'm not talking Solar Crest for Clinks. I'm just talking like medallion for Clinks, where you run around and you find yourself pickoffs because you have the medallion.
It's so weird. So weird. Anyways, they will get this Aegis, but because of all the time they wasted, Anti-Mage now has his Manta style. This is very troublesome right now.
Yeah, I'd be very, very concerned if I was Boreal's fans. The Queen of Pain might have a lot of net worth, but it's how much of that net worth is useful. Now you got Nagnams as well as an Orchid. Because the Mana Style is done on the Anti-Mage, he breaks free of the Orchid almost instantly. It also means, too, that if they do catch out the Queen of Pain with one of their initial stuns or controls, she could be out of mana and incapable of blinking away to safety. Because the Manta Style illusions can just focus her at the very, very beginning. And the same thing for the Slark. Slark may not have enough mana to activate his ulti, which is his escape mechanism, and even the Shadow Blade costs him 75 mana. So he's got to be very, very careful with his mana management. He doesn't regen that up too quickly. Looks like they're going to have a crack over on top. Looking for the Spirit Breaker. The Shuriken Toss is going to just make him think twice about it. And with the double tracks up, they both TP out at exactly the same time. Synchronized TPs. And Slark... Oh, wait, what? He actually got that! He predicted the movement. The Observer Ward would have lost the vision of it, but Jenkins just went for the blind blink to call, catching out Derek. But Derek, well, Jenkins needs more armor, has no Force Staff, and the Darkseer takes the kill. He's not even there. It's the Iron Shell that did the work. Queen of Pain wants to get a little bit more here, and in fact does find it. The Earthshaker sitting in the tree line. Again, Boreal, now it's their turn for prediction. Watching where he ran to, and they'll take the tier 2 tower after the 2 very quick kills. That is the space-created breath of fresh air that Boreal was searching for.
Oh, mid lane. It looks like he's gonna get fingered. Yeah.
Yeah. Will they get out of it scot-free? Now the strike. Pushing back the Lion. That's track kills coming their way. And with the Orchid, the Sonic Wave, and the Scream, he pops. The Queen of Pain ending the Storm Spirit streak. They just lost 4 heroes for the price of a Bounty Hunter. Nothing of value is lost by Boreal.
This game. This game.
Does it actually give us everything? It doesn't give us everything in the teamfight recap. Give me a time-based teamfight recap. They want the last 5 minutes worth of battles.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Right now I'm watching 4,000 swing coming back to Boreal. And the gold is going actually up to 8,000 net worth advantage. And they're going for more. The animation knows he can't blink just yet. There's no nether strike. So the only thing that's really going to screw with him would have been that nether strike. There was no follow-up stun, and Bounty Hunter couldn't get there in time to get the track. So, what up?
Yeah. They're looking good. I'm curious to see what Queen of Pain's going to go for next. She's got 4k gold. Does she feel like she needs to have a sheep to have more lockdown for this anti-mage? Even the Storm Spirit would be nice to have. They just have a lot of mobile heroes, and it feels like the only thing they have is Spirit Breaker charge right now.
Oh,
Maybe
like
if Slark could get up Abyssal.
This is so good. They can see him. You can see him perfectly. The Obs Ward is watching. Also, the Queen of Pain moving in. Oh, but they got the track. The track's over the line. The Sonic Wave will connect. It's enough to get the kill. Pete's dad might be go on bush for a moment, but he'll blink back out again now. Another quick pick-off will not ensure it, but makes it a lot safer to go for this tier 2 tower on top lane, even without Sonic Wave.
Alright, well, easy. All the tier 2s have been cleared out. What's next? What's next, Boreal? Can you siege high ground? I'm surprised this anti-mage hasn't been able to take any tier 1 towers with his split push. He's not really pressuring bottom. Maybe he's just really afraid of the Spirit Breaker charge.
That Spirit Breaker is in fact charging, but he's heading all the way down to the bot lane, while the rest of his team is finding up on top, and the Slark is in a bit of a rough position. He did actually end up going that Solar Crest, but the Queen of Pain's already picked off the axe. She's the one with the Aegis, the Immortal, which will now pop a lot of spill damage out, especially with the Blink Dagger forward into the Echo Slam and follow-up Fissure, and they get the Hex onto the Queen of Pain. Boreal fought 5v4. And rightly so lost it, because they were fighting underneath the tier 3 tower without having a significant advantage over Imagine. They had an earlier pick-off on a Lion. There's not enough to dive under a tier 3 tower.
Yeah, Slark thought he was an immortal.
Wait, what the crap? Why is Spirit Breaker building an Aghanim?
Yeah, an Axe. He's had that for like 15 minutes, and I was gonna talk about it, but
I'm sorry.
I couldn't get around to it.
I'm sorry. I kept interrupting. Okay.
Under attack.
Explain why.
Dire structures are
He's
fortified.
like, we're gonna get a Darkseer vacuum wombo combo and stun 5 heroes with it. That's the only thing I can think of. Else is not that great. I guess reducing the cooldown is good too. 20 seconds isn't all that bad.
Yeah. Like the bash radius now 250. The range is nice. 850 range. They're gonna find the Animage, charge it on in. Why not? It's a 20-second cooldown on Nether Strikes. He just instantly go into that ultimate with the Sonic Wave. They find the pickoff. 73 seconds on the sideline, but buyback is available. But there's no way the Animage wants to burn that. He's already gonna lose enough money being on the sidelines for 70 seconds.
It's just like right now, which team can get picked off more?
Yo, SB, no. Just no.
He's doing it.
SB, no.
He's doing it.
Please, no.
Do
No.
it!
No!
Echo Slam, 18 seconds.
Here comes the
They don't
Storm
have
Spirit. Jumps forward. You're right to watch out for the Echo Slam. 11 seconds and counting, but Queen of Pain just jumps forward. Almost found the Lion. There's your back. The charge in. Nether Strike. They're too far away. The Fissure Stun will come in. Anime still refusing to buy him back. 30 seconds on the clock. And Boreal, remember this is objective-based gaming. You're in too deep. They keep on going with the Sonic Wave, and they've actually got enough damage. The Storm Spirit is down. The Axe will buy back. The AM still refuses to give up his moolah.
He could have killed the Queen of Pain. He could have killed 2 of those heroes if he just ulti Queen of Pain.
Now they're going again. The track is already over on Jenkins. It's almost worthwhile switching into the Nether Bash, but they just goes for the charge. What is this? Is this even Dota? Like, Animage comes out and picks up the Bounty Hunter, who was just lingering around to pick up a 4-star, obviously not looking at the respawn time of the Animage. But this Animage is out a very long way. They charge in. Nether Strike. No, the stun from the Lion, the Finger of Death. The Storm Spirit as well. They pick up the Spirit Breaker. Now onto the Slark. The back trying to buy some space for the Slark. Not enough space created. The blink out from the Darkseer. Mana Void back off cooldown. And Boreal, remember objective. Objective not achieved.
You know what?
Radiant's
That
bottom
comes
barracks are
back
under
to
attack.
Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit, Storm Spirit, Bloodstone, Bloodstone, Bloodstone. He just got back up to his 8 charges, but he had him before. Like, so he only had a 30-second or 20-second cooldown, and then they just made space for him to get back into the team fight. All right, this game.
They're going again. Orchid, track. There's no way to jump away, but now the PKP from Queen of Pain? That can't have been intentional. Unless you felt like that Earthshaker was coming closer for the Echo Slam, but they also have to be aware that was used in the last fight. This Anti-Mage also decided to buy a heart, by the way. That is his next major item, is a heart.
Yeah, I was gonna talk and say that I thought Abyssal would be a lot better, but maybe he really just wants to survive on the front lines. I don't think Anti-Mage is... I guess he did get picked off earlier, so maybe he's feeling pressured to have that more HP for survivability.
He might
do
need
not
it.
go BKB this game because all the stuff is pure.
He's about to
Or
lose
just-
his spell shield. Like, that's,
Top?
well, yeah. They're just orchiding and then glimmering and then running away, and it's just a game of silly buggers. It's Roshan time again. Pizza Dad comes in to start this. I also love, too, how he Shadow Strikes Roshan and then follows up with the Orchid.
Give me that Orchid damage. I think it does about 300 damage to Roche. Maybe not that much.
Is it more effective than actually getting that Shadow Strike in, though?
No. Better to have the Shadow Strike on him.
Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking, but I wanted to have a backup for it. So Aegis Immortal now in the hands of the Slark. Still not certain he's the man that should be carrying this, because he's the one that's normally going to be able to survive. But when he gets pickoffs like this, makes it worth it. The visual come in and cancels the, well, it cancels the charge, and then he gets forced up away, which cancels the Nether Strike. They still have track, and which one do you go for? Okay, well, he only had time to get the Earthshaker. The Axe was already starting his TP too early. But if they could have gotten the Axe and then had the Spill AoE hit, he would have brought down both. And then the Aghanims would have paid off tenfold.
Yep. I think I like them going for Slark having the biggest. Queen of Pain already has a BKB, so I don't think she needs to worry. And Slark needs to be the front man when they're sieging this high ground.
I was actually thinking the Spirit Breaker. Like, that's actually who I was thinking it on. So he could just charge in, soak up as much as he wants, just Nether Strike around, come back to life again. You'll have Nether Strike again during the fight because it's a 20-second cooldown.
Yeah. It's not too bad. I just don't think it's enough for him to siege the high ground, though. Like, their biggest problem is, objective-based gaming. They just keep going for kills, and they really need to hit the racks.
Storm Spirit jumped out to the Slark, but Slark took damage from one of the creeps, so we backed out from the sentry ward. They actually need to get some sentries up. Get the track over on Jenkins, so Boreal's going to get some good vision, and maybe this time they remember objective-based gaming. You got Nagus Immortal on the Slark. You can easily get rid of that battle hunger. The tracks just keep coming in as well for Boreal. The longer that this siege goes on, the more useful this bounty hunter is going to be. And that is a level 2 track as well. Now the Anti-Mage will arrive, he'll get instantly tracked.
This Anti-Mage really hasn't been ratting effectively. Like, he could have at least gotten one of the tier 1 towers, maybe even a tier 2. Like, the split push from the AM hasn't been that great this game, and if he had, he could have provided a lot of pressure and made Boreal go back.
You actually wonder why he is here. Like, sell the Bella Giant Strength, grab a TP scroll, and just push it. Like, your Axe can handle this push. The Storm Spirit, if you get in trouble, like, he can delay the attack enough time for the Anti-Mage to be able to, like, TP himself into the fight. Which is normally when you'll want to arrive anyway after Boreal have thrown out their initial nukes. So then you got space to create.
Yeah, it's just, I think he's just feeling so pressured by the Spirit Breaker early on that he doesn't feel safe anymore split pushing, but you should still do it. You have a Heart, a Manta Style, it's almost impossible. Maybe not having the buyback is hurting his thought process. We're like, oh, I can't get picked off. If I get picked off, we're going to lose the game.
Well, they just found him. The bounty hunter is right behind him as well as the Earthshaker. Now, the Earthshaker does have dust. But they're not going to have a crack at the Bounty Hunter. Because they always know the Spirit Breaker could just charge at a moment's notice. And Spirit Breaker's got 2.7k gold now. The Darkseid's having a great old time with Blink, Shivas, the Greaves. If he kind of feels like it, he could even buy a pipe for his team. It's an option. Don't see many pipes these days, however.
Yeah, this is an amazing game to play anti-mage in. Like, you go for a Darkseer or you go for Queen of Pain with the Mana Void, and you're just going to have a field day. So,
Such high mana pools.
yeah, this is what he likes to do.
The only problem is getting everything off that he's got. Like, as now you get a Sight of Vice over on the Queen of Pain, you still have the Silver Edge on the Slark, so he can come in and break the spell shield of the anti-mage. And in fact, here's that jump in. Hex to start with, and well, there's your hit, pretty hard. And they haven't actually used the Silver Edge, so they didn't remove the spell shield. Not that it really matters at the end of the day. Boreal still missing that pick off on the anti-mage. That would have been a really big opener for him. And he actually sacrifices his buyback now. He just picks up the Basher.
Yeah, this is where they should just go down mid. Imagine. Boreal just wasted a lot of ultis. Maybe they don't feel confident.
But then again, did they? Like, the Sonic Wave is such a low cooldown. So,
Wall, I
same
think,
for
is
the
a big
Slark.
deal.
Yeah, Wall's definitely a big deal, but pushing into a Sonic Wave and Iron Shells on the creep waves, I don't know about that.
I'm really surprised Storm doesn't get BKB. Like, he's trying to save for buyback, but BKB that's going to help you win the team fight. So, it's... To me, I think they should just get that, maybe group up, smoke. They've been inside their base forever. They can definitely make plays and jump. If you just... They have nothing to cancel BKBs except for the Spirit Breaker charge and his ulti. So Storm Spirit can open up and at least kill maybe one person. But once this Slark has an Abyssal Blade, then they can maybe finally kill this anti-mage. Like, if they had that during the last fight, I'm positive he would have went down.
Yep. Well, for now, man, Boreal are back into defense. I don't know how long we have to wait on Roshan. We still have a broken Roshan timer. So Thursday patch hasn't come to fix it. Well, obviously, because it's not Thursday. Are they going to smoke up? No. They're actually sentry wards so they can... Alright, it's not so they can smoke. That observer was still watching them move north.
They should get a gem. This is 40 minutes of the game. Normally you want to get gem around 25, 30. Get map control. Even if you... they don't have invis heroes, in which case they do, and they even have a glimmer cape. So you definitely want to have a gem. You still want to get it, just clear out your wards, and then you can put it back in base. No harm, no foul.
Don't worry, Pizza Dad. I wasn't watching you do that. He blinked up and didn't grab the DD rune when he was standing on top of it, so he had to walk around and pick it back up again. Spirit Breaker, that dust actually connects on the back of the Bounty Hunter. They force up and forward. Glimmer Cape won't save you from that. And Storm Spirit, well, it's not a lot of mana left, but there's enough of his teammates right behind. They'll pick up the Spirit Breaker as well as the Bounty Hunter. And this is when that bottom lane pressure is really worth it, because it's forcing the Axe to come back at least. And Boreal to think twice about pushing in.
Yeah, this is where they should get 2 towers, though. Like, Anti-Mage can just go down mid, team should come behind him.
He's not, though. He blinks up. He'll blink back into mid now to give it a little bit of momentum, but I think they're still being very uncertain about things. Because the bottom lane is actually where Boreal's attacking. Jenkins is dead. Sonic Wave ensures the kill, and they even got the courier to boot.
What was on it?
Nothing. It had a 0 net worth. It must have been flying in the Ogre Club for the Axe. So he's working to that BKB.
I feel like he had that before.
If he did, then the courier was in the middle of nowhere doing absolutely nothing.
Huh.
Because he had the 4-star.
Scroll. I think it was sparing a TP scroll.
Yeah, that could have been it. That'll be the only other thing, because I know he had the Blink Dagger and 4-star before. So now we get the 42-minute runes up, a nice little regen rune, which the Slark doesn't...
Regeneration.
He picks up a regen rune. And one hero that never needs that.
He could be out of mana, man. He could need that sip.
He lost a quarter of mana. So, Roshan, that's just timing. Timing is Dota. 3 seconds. Queen of Pain had to wait 3 seconds to see Roshan spawn. Now Storm Spirit going to make a jump up, finds the Bounty Hunter. And that gem does let him do the work. So 539 gold going to the Storm Spirit. Takes care of that fresh Observer Ward that was also placed. But Boreal, they just need to have a look in and take out Roshan. Like, if Pizza Dad blinks in right now, which it looks like he's about to, triggers the DD rune, sees Roshan, is like, come on, boys, let me attack. And again, he starts with the Shadow Strike. And into the Orchid.
Well, let's see. Who do you think is going to get the cheese and the Aegis?
Well, Aegis the Immortal will go to Slark. Cheese will go to Queen of Pain. It should probably be the other way around, but that's probably what's going to happen here. So, yep, that's actually exactly what happens here. It's not the other way around. I'm only thinking that because I'm still looking at Slark. 2100 life is not too bad for his Slark because he can easily just initiate him with Death Pact. With Dark Pact. So there's no problem there, and you got Shadow Dance to get back out. So that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Where Queen of Pain is one of those heroes, if she is caught by a call or a Storm Spirit jump, she'll die very quickly. And there's no like saving grace like what the Slark has.
I like it looking at it from another way too. For Queen of Pain having cheese. Like, say she gets really low on mana, and then Anti-Mage might go in for a mana void.
True.
You can just pop the cheese, and then that could be a huge play. But we'll have to see if she can accomplish this.
All right. So how are we looking overall? Let's just get our bearings overall. So Boreal still have the advantage. They're still about 12,000 net worth ahead. The experience does not reflect the same thing, however. Like, a lot of that money is also coming from the map positions they've taken. So you're a lot of towers up right now for Boreal. That will turn it around. While the experience being only 4,000 their way, just shows the fact that this game is still very, very close. It's just the money which is missing for the critical items like BKB or finish the Abyssal Blade on the Anti-Mage, who can actually do that in 600 gold and still have buyback. So we should probably just do that now anyway. And what else is left? Like, Lion hasn't been able to afford up some nice boots. Like, that's probably the only thing which is a downside for him. He's already got a Glimmer Cape and an Urn.
Yeah, Tranquil Boots would help out a lot, considering how much movement speed it gives. And it'll help your initiation factor, considering he doesn't have a Blink Dagger. And that'll probably be his next move. But
is Storm going to go in for Shivas here, or should this be a Scythe of Vice?
Should be a Shivas, because sure, the it'll help you get pickoffs, but I don't think you need help with pickoffs when you already have Lion, Earthshaker, and Axe. You just need to get more tankability, get that Shivas. It really does help negate a lot of the DPS coming out from the Slark, even potentially the Spirit Breaker if he charges you. So.
I would also throw up another question as well. The fact the Anti-Mage went for the Abyssal Blade is, it's a nice lockdown to have, but you're still going up against the evasion of the Slark. Like, it's not the biggest thing in the world because it's just a Solar Crest, but he still has to work through evasion, which could potentially lose him the fight.
It's kind of, I think Anti-Mage should just go Butterfly himself, and then nobody can even touch him. That'll help. I mean, that makes it so that Slark has to go for the MKB, and Slark went for Scotty first instead of the Abyssal. Like, they can't even kill the Anti-Mage. That's their biggest problem right now.
And it's like he's trying to survive even longer during these fights, worried about that initial jump from the Storm. Scotty gives you that survivability. Okay, they just saw the Anti-Mage, but they can't initiate fast enough. The Spirit Breaker's too far away, and they need his control to make this work. And now, well, there's your first little hit. Goes for the Abyssal, the Bounty Hunter. They try and keep him alive. It's not coming up to jump in. It comes on him with a Sonic Wave, backing back in the Anti-Mage. They get the extra bashes. Now he's got the Mana Style and blinks away to safety. Back into the base on 400 life, barely surviving.
Oh, baby. So close. Man, I don't even know if they would have had the Abyssal Blade there would have helped more than the Scotty. I think it would have. I'm not sure. They could have maybe chain stunned improperly, like having the Hex and the Abyssal, but I can't help but wonder what would have happened if Slark had the Abyssal.
I also wondered the same thing. But Boreal made that choice. They got to live with it. And the fact they don't kill off the Anti-Mage isn't a great thing for him. But what they do is force most of Imagine now to stick together. They're coming out for the Slark. He's getting body blocked around the corner. He'll go. And he's still got the Aegis, the Immortal. So you've just like, Boreal backed out after that fight happened. It's like, okay, you lost your bounty. It happens. They move back out the jungle. They start their farming, and then imagine try and smoke gang everyone down to the bottom to try and get a pick off on the slime. They failed that too. In that short space of time, and I say short space of time, basically in the last 3 to 4 minutes, they've lost about 3,000 worth of experience and advantage. And it keeps dropping. In fact, now it's moved more closer to 9,000. So Boreal is starting to get the advantage in the one position they didn't have as far as the grass.
Yeah, it's just going... It's because the Storm and the Anti-Mage really haven't been split pushing this game because they're feeling so pressured from the Spirit Breaker, and even the Bounty Hunter roaming Invis, the Slark with Shadow Blade, they feel so insecure.
That's a long challenge up. Going for the Earthshaker, going to trigger his BKB. Jenkins looking for that initial call as the Queen of Pain. Well, she's having her own little bit of fun. Jenkins will end up dying. They actually lost the Gem of True Sight in the back. Cancels the TP out. They'll get the vision. Earthshaker 4-stars up. Queen of Pain will come to join him as Storm Spirit does pick up the Bounty Hunter, but the Earthshaker will die in the tree line. So it's a 2-for-1 trade-off as again Bounty Hunter is dead. But having the Gem of True Sight drop, and the Courier's coming in for that one now, that means maybe the Bounty Hunter will survive for the next fight.
Yeah.
That's actually a refresher.
Queen of Pain has a refresher.
So double Sonic Wave, double Scythe of Vice.
Yeah, but
double BKB.
She had to use it.
Yep.
She instantly popped it afterwards.
But it means that she's got a Sonic Wave up right now. Got the fresh BKB. I say fresh, like the BKB's off cooldown. And the Scythe of Vice back off cooldown too. And there's no axe for 23 seconds. So they're coming down the bottom lane. They can't go in far enough for Storm. Because there's a little backward slide down the mid. Did he not have... Yeah, he didn't have Shiva's Guard. So he went inside the Vice instead. It just does the fly damage. But Slark, boom. One rack's taken. Top lane already pushed in, hence there's no backdoor regeneration. The axe is up in 1 second time and Earthshaker's up in 7. So they're going to back out after bringing the melee racks down to 50% of its life. Boreal's coming back to fight. The Bounty Hunter is still walking down. So they may just want to wait for next Roshan. Like, Aegis already got reclaimed. Why risk it? You just took out a range racks. Did a little bit of damage, found yourself a pick-off. Why take the risk?
Yeah, I feel like they should just push out this bottom lane with Anti-Mage, smoke behind him, and just bait him. Like, there's... And at least just get this tier 1 tower. At least pressure it all the ways out. You're already lost the range racks, and your melee racks keeps getting pressured because you're not pushing out this bottom lane. So they're going to keep on having to come down here. And Anti-Mage doesn't have his boots of travel. And he...
Actually put an Assault Cuirass.
He's gonna snipe.
Oh, the Courier! Oh, no! Actually, no, it only took the Vlads. It only took the Vlads, but you'll still pick up the Earthshaker. But 4.7k, wait, that's not a Vlads, that's something more. It had to actually be a little bit more. Yeah, Jenkins now being chased. Yeah, it had the Demon Edge on it of Shibby, and now they lose Jenkins. The Courier lost has thrown them into turmoil, imagine. They got no buyback on both of these heroes. Now it's go time for Boreal. If they don't take this melee racks on bottom, then they have real issues as a team ending a game.
Yeah. Still, you have Anti-Mage working with... Does he have his buyback? No, he doesn't have buyback for another 300 gold.
Actually, they do have a problem. By the time they get the creep wave to the base, that the Axe will probably only have 20 seconds left before he respawns. So it's only a small 20-second window that Boreal's going to have here to finish off this melee racks. And
yeah, but they don't have refresher on Queen of Pain. That could be hesitant.
And Fortification for Imagine is also available. Like, okay, so Derek has started it. Now 18 seconds on the Axe. And they're letting it go. They're not going to fight this. There's bigger fish to fry later on. They'll let that bottom racks fall.
Here I am.
Closing games. A very hard thing to do sometimes in Dota.
So is this meant to be a Monkey King Bar Storm Spirit?
I believe so. There's no point in getting a crit or a rapier. So
yep.
It has to be the MKB.
But it also seems really weird for him to pick up something like a Monkey King Bar. Like, you try and turn the Storm Spirit into a physical DPSer. Like, it might have been better for him to go the Assault Cuirass and let Anti-Mage pick up something like a Monkey King Bar or something else. Like, that would make a little bit more sense.
I just feel like, yeah, one of them
Spirit
needs
Breaker
Shivas.
gonna charge in. He's gonna get hexed instantly. The Fissure gonna lock him in position as now Axe jumps in. He goes for the call, gets hexed up. The Sonic Wave hits nicely. Jenkins so low, and there's your AoE bash back out with the Echo Sam. Trying to buy space, a secondary Sonic Wave. They're looking for the kill, and they're gonna get it on Chi-Chi. Down for the count. Anime still has buyback available, while the Spirit Breaker, wow, that's not enough control. The Storm will jump himself a long way out to safety. He couldn't hit anything. He keeps getting hit by the Solar Crest. Maybe that's why it's just a rage MKB. But they want to get back. Shibi's got enough mana for another jump. But Boreal, they need their anti-mage back. He'll have to buy out here, or else they'll lose a second set of racks.
What an Abyssal Blade coming in from Slark there at the end, securing that kill. And they chained those hexes perfectly on the anti-mage starting out.
Why did he leave the bottle behind? Is there something else flying in for Derek right now? No, maybe he's flying in the cheese.
I mean, there's no point even like not buying back here with anti-mage. You need to just do it. Could have saved a lot of damage done to your tier 1 tower or tier 3 tower there.
He might have been waiting. The damage to tier 3 is it's kind of bad, but he might be worried about his next death timer being just so damn long. And Boreal just moved out for Roshan. This is actually it. Like, Shibi's got to jump this. He can't let him have Roshan. They're coming as quickly as they can. Gotta be careful about the stuns and the control. And in fact, Roshan, now it's Boreal who get back out. They're looking for the opening. In fact, Dire's Courier getting sniped in the middle of it. The Remnant gonna give him the vision, but Shibi, he's currently hexed up. They don't have Refresher now, and maybe, well, with the hex, they have enough with the charge coming in. Shibi will go down. 44 seconds on the sideline thanks to that Bloodstone, but Jenkins, the dust might trigger, but he's just so low on life, and look at that Nether Strike range. They just go in so damn far. Newsham's on the run here, while it's going to be Pizza Dad finding himself a double kill. The Spirit Breaker finishes the jump. Pizza Dad being locked down by the Animage, but not enough. He blinks away and will survive. He didn't finish the job. You're right, the Abyssal Blade not being used, and now they jump in deeper. That's not where the Bounty Hunter wanted to be. He'll end up dying to the Animage, the sole survivor of Imagine. There are double buybacks available, so they will be able to defend. So Boreal can't force the issue. They still didn't kill off Roshan, so there's no Aegis the Immortal, but now they come in after the Animate. Storm's up in 1 second time. Lime will now buy back. Storm has just respawned the old-fashioned way. Lime for the stun. They back it in. Animage. Glimmercape will save him. Peter out with a Sonic Wave. Ensures the kill over on the Deathback Lion, while the bash, the control, the Abyssal Blade being used on the Storm Spirit. This could be big. He's still got buyback available, however, so they have to defend this mid lane. Keep the fights going. 55 minutes in. Derek now taking out the melee racks. But they're not buying back. Now they have to. Storm Spirit, long jump in. He goes over the top, looking for the kill over on Jeppers. But the problem is the Animate's being controlled. He'll get the Abyssal Blade on over on the Slark. The Storm couldn't kill off the Darkseer. The Glimmer Cape will end up protecting him. The Fortification protects the melee ranks for now. And Boreal, just one attack is all they need. Slark gonna commit the ulti, but he's hitting into Jenkins. The stun from the Earthshaker controls him. The Echo Slam as well. There's no mana. The Mana Void hurts so hard, but they still got the melee ranks. Sonic Wave will fly. Not enough damage. They're going to also lose mode. They won't. The Queen of Pain blinks away. Refresher. So she gets Blink again. Able to get away to safety for now. She's got the Scythe of Fires in case they go for a secondary jump. Well, the Bounty Hunter will get some vision. They still took the melee racks and they got out, not scot-free, but they got out free.
Oh boy, they need to force Slark's buyback.
They can do it. They're going in for Roshan. They might be able to pick up an Aegis the Immortal over on. Well,
Anti-Mage, what are you doing? What are you buying? What do you buy? What'd you buy?
Spirit Breaker. They jump in. They miss the call. Your BKB up right now. They're coming in to try and fight again. The Nether Strike actually so far up. Jenkins getting bashed up. 17% locked in the corner. The Bounty Hunter with a Shuriken Toss will find the kill. Now they move over to Pizza Dad. Queen of Pain being dragged back in again. Shibi needs more time. The BKB will allow for this. The Darkseer while the back will still go out. UM's going to drop. There goes your Earthshaker, but the Anti-Mage just now finally arrived. Finds the kill on the... Actually, it's going to be the Storm Spirit finds the kill on the Bounty Hunter, but he wants to fight, but not through the wall. The Glimmer Capes forcing Imagine to back out as they can't find the targets and their tier 4 towers are under attack.
Jeez, there's just so much unspent gold in this game. Oh my goodness.
Well, they spent some of it. There's a Moonshard now for the Anti-Mage. Increase that attack speed. He's going to consume it and instantly get his treads back.
I mean, this is, I think, a big misplay from Anti-Mage. He should have had Boots of Travel like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, you can just split push freely and just apply pressure on the map.
Is he going to do it now? Sacrifice buyback?
He doesn't have it for 3 minutes.
No, you're right. It's still on cooldown. It would allow him just to go in for Roshan, finish it off, and then BT back to defend, because he had to walk back to base this time around. But now Boreal's going to jump into the pit, and, well, you can see the flying zebra. He's walking in. Axe will pick up a fresh gem. But it's not flown out just yet.
MKB is on
Storm! Shimmy! He jumps all the way in. And straight back out again.
Storm's MKB is on the courier right now. I'm flipping shit, Toby. I'm flipping shit.
Why is it on the courier? It's just hitting her face. You're right. It's not doing anything. The Spirit Breaker might be out of mana. We've got a problem, everyone. Pause everything. The Bounty Hunter has stopped it. And maybe now the Storm might go, why am I not... He might have done it because... No, he did it because he was coming for the Aegis. That was the reason why he left it back at base. He's coming in for the Aegis. He was going to jump in, snipe out the Aegis, and then get the hell out of there. That was the plan. The problem is he can't take a fight like this without having it.
Yeah.
So it'll either steal or fight. He couldn't do both. Unless there's another hero. He could have given it to the Earthshaker. The Earthshaker could be carrying it for him, so we can just hand it back over. But right now, we back off our pause. A fresh Lotus Orb on the Bounty Hunter, and in comes the Storm Spirit. They found the opening. Queen of Pain down for 2 minutes. The Echo Slam as well! Huge! Absolutely huge for Imagine. They want to go for more, but Japping's able to run himself away. They'll be able to pick up Roshan. The problem is, in 2 minutes, what can they really achieve apart from, like, leg it down mid?
Just GG push down mid. Alright, Sark is gonna have to do his best rat impersonation right now. It's like all on him. How much damage can I do on the tier 4s? You just have to. You can't fight without your Queen of Pain.
I'm not sure about that BT from Storm. He just BT from Roche Pit into the mid lane.
What's going on here?
I don't know. He's got 50 mana a second recharge. Like, it's okay. Like, he could have just jumped half the way, but they're coming. They are coming. Buyback's available for Darkseer, Spirit Breaker, as well as Slark.
Just go for the throne. Stop.
Well, look who is going. Like, Slark, they actually came back. The Axe returned. He's come to defend. Now the Spirit Breaker will buy back without Nags here. This Spirit Breaker is going to feel so happy. They get a 2-man back in a wall. Spirit Breaker jumps through. They get the lockdown, the animage. They want more, however. They need the vision. They actually hex the super melee creep. That's not how you win Dota. They have to run away. The Anti-Mage copy is the illusion wall, which is actually killing off Shibby. He jumps in but gets charged back. He's so low. The Aegis, the Immortal Wall Lamb to come back to the world of living in a moment. But the Anti-Mage needs to do more damage. Gets the bash on the Darkseer. Needs more though. Newsome can't do anything. The cheese actually being dropped at one point. He's trying to give it over to the Anti-Mage or something. It's over to the Storm Spirit so he can now fight. Jumping in deeper. Going up the Darkseer. Spirit Breaker. He's back. 18 seconds until we've got the Queen of Pain back up and living again. Chi-Chi down for the count. No buyback available for the Anti-Mage. Slark also on the run. Jenkins trying to wait for the Culling Blade. Too early. Premature. He'll actually lose the Culling Blade, but they're still winning the fight. The Flying Zebra is now a sacrifice Zebra. The TP out from the Storm will be successful. He'll have to defend the bottom lane, but now the BTs are coming in from Pizza Dad. He wants to finish the job. The tier 4 towers or something. He may even snipe that Radiant Courier, which got the Monkey King Bar! The Monkey King Bar of the Courier! He doesn't go for it! The Queen of Pain still does not actually, the Storm Spirit still does not have the Monkey King Bar on a bloody hero! Why? Why?
I'm done. Game's over. Game's over. I'm done. What's going on? Why did X TP back?
I don't know! But Anti-Mage now has his second level BTs. And Boreal are coming in. They initiate. Darkseer. Now the Mana Style, the Abyssal Blade. He really wants to see a tap of the Echo Slam. Newsham actually goes to town. The Bounty on so low. Should be still needs to do more the Sonic Wave. Significant damage in the Abyssal Blade, controlling the Storm Spirit. He'll ulti himself back as far as he can get to base, and the Anti-Mage out by his lonesome, and again being beaten by himself. Stop hitting yourself, Chi-Chi. He's down for the count. The Axe is back up, the ball buying back, but now he's in trouble. Tracked up, they chase in, and the Anti-Mage illusion of the Darkseer is the one to get the last hit in. Shibby is still jumping in as well. Doesn't want to do anything on that Bounty Hunter, not while the Lotus Orb is up. And Boreal, I think they've done this. I think they've actually beaten Imagine. They'll take the mid-racks. There's no Wax, there's no anti-mage, and GG. The game is over in 62 minutes. Boreal will come out on top of Imagine in the full best of 3 series here for the ESL 1 New York qualifier. What is this?
Good game. Good game.
I feel like I just watched a Ray Cooney play.
I don't know if that was Dota, but
it's wonderful if you got anyone from Boreal on your fantasy points list. Spirit Breaker almost cracked 20 on that. If you got the Bounty Hunter, however, you poor bar. Negative 0.8.
Jeez. 19 deaths. Oh my goodness.
It's almost the knockable, but he got kills. That is crazy. Guys, we're going to say goodnight. Big shout out to Rio Boros for being with me for today as well as yesterday. Great co-caster. It's great to have you here, man.
Oh, my pleasure, man. My pleasure.
We will replace you tomorrow.
Correct.
So you can have a break. So I'll be back tomorrow, 22 CEST is the starting time, when we'll start with Cloud9 going up against Digital Chaos, and Fire Gaming will go up against Root Gaming, and that will be following almost directly after. Hopefully it should be a 1 CEST start. And both series tomorrow I will be casting with PPD. So definitely tune in for those series. We've got more action coming up from North America, because with this, Mischief has managed to qualify themselves, and they'll be playing up against the team who has the longest name of the tournament, the High Council of Wizards and Priests, which if you don't know who that is, it is Clairvoyance, Mason, Demon, Fogged, as well as Bleak. And the other game will be Complexity, now going up against Imagination. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope you had yourself a great time. You can follow us on our Twitter tags. We had it on the screen. Minus Obi-Wan Dota. It's Real Boris Dota. And we'll find you everywhere we go. Follow our networks and you'll see what we do. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow.